Suzanne Fisher Staples' novel, Shabanu, Daughter of the Wind, 1989, received the Newbery Honor in 1990, but it has faced criticism for its portrayal of Muslim culture and marital practices. The story follows 11-year-old Shabanu, who lives in rural Pakistan near the Indian border, where her family raises camels. Shabanu has a strong bond with the camels and considers them her closest companions. However, despite her young age, she is already engaged to Murad, a family friend. The wedding will take place after Shabanu's older sister, Fulan, marries Murad's brother, Hammer. When one of the family's camels dies during childbirth, Shabanu saves the baby camel, whom she names Mithu. She cares for him personally, and the two develop a deep connection. Later, Shabanu accompanies her father, Dadi, to the town of Sibi to sell some camels. For safety, they travel in a caravan, facing threats from men searching for an eloped girl. Eventually, they reach Sibi, where Dadi sells the camels to fund Fulan's dowry. During their visit, Shabanu receives an old and valuable shawl from a kind shawl seller who sees her inner beauty. After returning home with the dowry, Shabanu helps prepare a new generation of camels to replace the ones they sold. As Fulan's wedding approaches, the extended family gathers, and Shabanu enjoys the company of her female relatives, particularly her aunt Sharma and cousin Fatima, despite the gossip surrounding them. Sharma left an abusive husband, while Fatima remains unmarried at 16. On their way back home, the family encounters a massive sandstorm, adding a touch of drama to their rural lives. In the wake of her grandfather's critical injury, he expresses a dying wish to be buried at Fort Darawar, where he once served as a soldier. The family embarks on the journey with him and fulfills his final wish by laying him to rest at the fort. After his passing, they proceed to Maribor for Fulan's wedding. However, their plans take a dangerous turn when their landlord, Nazir Muhammad, plans to kidnap Fulan and Shabanu to give to his bachelor friends. To escape the peril, the women of the family flee into the desert while the men stay behind to confront Nazir. In the desert, they encounter desert rangers who offer to escort them back to Maribor. But, fearing for their safety, the women stay until they receive assurance that the city is safe. Eventually, Dadi and Murad arrive, bringing tragic news of Hammer's death in the fight against Nazir. In an effort to resolve the feud, it is decided that the families will be integrated through marriage. Fulan will marry Murad instead of Hammer, while Shabanu is to marry Rahim, Nazir's older brother, who is a respected scholar and politician. Shabanu is apprehensive about marrying Rahim, who is much older and already has several wives. As Fulan's wedding takes place, Shabanu returns to the desert with her family. She knows she cannot marry until she reaches puberty, and she secretly hopes something will prevent the marriage. However, when she starts menstruating, her mother discovers the truth, and Shabanu realizes she must face the prospect of marrying Rahim. Desperate to escape her fate, Shabanu decides to run away and seek refuge with her aunt Sharma. In her desperate flight into the desert, Shabanu is unaware that her loyal camel, Mithu, follows her faithfully. Despite her efforts to shoo him away, Mithu remains by her side. Tragically, the camel steps into a hole, breaking its leg. Unable to leave the injured animal behind, Shabanu stays with him, awaiting Dadi's arrival. When Dadi finally catches up with Shabanu, he is filled with anger and starts to beat her. However, Shabanu refuses to cry out, accepting her fate with resilience. She knows that even if she is married against her will, she can protect her innermost self by keeping it hidden away inside her. As the beating subsides, Dadi's anger turns to sorrow, and he embraces Shabanu, crying for the difficult choices they face. In her heart, Shabanu prepares herself for the challenging life that lies ahead. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.